Right, hello, it's Martin here, Primal Scavenger. So, congratulations to Midge at Midge's Vinyl Gems. He's Manager of the Year in the VC, and he won Jack's quiz last year as well. And I don't know, is he from sort of Chesterfieldy kind of way? I'm not sure. Anyway, he's been active in meeting up, VCLT, all the usual things that we do to try and encourage others and be members and whatnots. And I've got some hats and I've got some records. So the three records I cannot show, I'll show first. I can't show you this because Headley has already shown this, and it's a chap wearing a crown. Yeah. I'm trying to remember which chap it is now, but if you go to Headley's channel, he'll explain it all. So yeah, that is the first one. I can't show Juliana Hatfield because she's not wearing a hat, and here's the top of her head, just in case we needed to make sure she wasn't wearing a hat. Right, okay, so the first one that sprung to mind was this: a swimming cap, shower cap, swimming cap, from a picture. Now, I've seen the bigger picture of this somewhere, and I can't remember where it was. Could this have been in the swimming baths, the iconic ones in Manchester? I'm not sure, and I'm not even sure who this is. So you'll have to go back and do the research. This is Blur's debut album, and next is Sham 69 with 3 out of 4 people wearing hats of a western country and western nature, and they've got the leather chaps on and turned up denim and guns and the old rug there, whatever it is, poncho, is it called? I'm not sure. So that's that. Then we've got the blonde one in ABBA wearing a hat, sort of a cap with possibly fold down ears, I'm not sure. Have a greatest hits. It's time to change hats now. So this is one of my medieval hats. It's felt, and it's got a leaf kind of pattern on it. It's a bit tight because it's shrunk a bit. So here's Ian Jury, Lord Upminster, in a hat like a fedora or something, I'm not sure. And on the back, Sly and Robbie with hats. A big oversized flat cap, and I'm not sure what sort of hat that is. It looks woolly anyway. So that's that. And then we've got on studio to stereo, we've got some tribes people with the word voodoo in large letters, a night with the voodoo family, and they've got these sorts of hats on, like well, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's that called really. Yeah, anyway, here we go. So here is Umasumak. It's well, like a sort of a headpiece with a great feathers coming out. I don't know what that's called. That's her album from 1972, last studio album as far as I know. Right, next hat. I have got a luminous hat somewhere, like a bucket hat, but I couldn't find it. So here's a white hat, which I should put some writing on it really or something. But anyway, here's an interesting hat and hood combo. It's Mr. Moondog. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. Some sort of tight fit skull covering. Yeah, I think he was blind, so whether he was blind from birth, I don't know. He knew what he was wearing. There's the robes, Mr. Moondog there. Right, Vangelis Opera Sauvage from the television series by Frederic Rossif on the front and the back. So that's a full, not, it hasn't got the netting, has it? But this is a, well, this would be a burqa, wouldn't it, I think? Yeah, I think this is a burqa. Yeah. This is French, so they all 5 of them have very large beret, flat cap kind of things going on. Yeah. Sonoria du. And this is folky kind of music. It's got a tilted kind of keyboard there. And I'm presuming this picture isn't them. Possibly fishermen, or, you know, certainly done their fair share of grafting, like we all do. So from workers to hipsters, here is a Finnish band called Kuparilinna, which is Copper Castle, and there's 5 people in the band standing in the woods. 2 have hats on, one at a bit of a jaunty angle there, and the other one is just a flat cap with the beard. This is an album from 2016. Quite short, quite pleasant. Right, next hat, I suppose. Right, this is the first of my acorn hats. If you're vegetarian, I hope you're not offended, because it has a fur lining around the outside. And we're staying in Finland, and 2 of the 3 people in this band have crash helmets on. One more open face, one not so open face. So Mopo is like a moped, or it could be like one of the very small cars that is like 600-700 cc, I believe, from what I remember. And this is sort of, how would I describe this? Jazz punk noise. Yeah, difficult to say really, but it's a pretty good album, to be honest. It's got a nice solid cover there. So that's that. And one more from Finland, I believe. A gentleman here in a top hat and a suit, not unlike Bungle the Bear from Rainbow. And then there's some children there with suits on, and a lady with the ears, and Popsy Porcana. Yes, so this is something about rabbits and eating carrots, and it's slightly disturbing in a way. Okay, the more familiar San Francisco 49ers baseball cap, worn by Go-Betweens, no longer with us, lead founder Grant McClellan, and there he is on the back having a shave. And this is a great solo album. Oh, and the lady there's got a hat as well. Yeah, there we go. I had to look for this next one. So this is In Excess Kick, and on the back, this must be one of the Farris brothers. There's a guy here, dark hair, but you can just about see he's got a tipped back hat in a late 80s jaunty angle, like a lot of people wore hats in the 80s. I suppose because the 70s, there was so much hair on people's heads, you couldn't really get a hat on it. But by the 80s, you know, we were a bit more streamlined with our hair, and you know, we might have had a mullet or something, but you could still have a hat or a beret, like the guy in Curiosity Killed the Cat. Yeah, hair was tidier by then. Sculpted, but tidier. Okay, next hat. A Communal Garden baseball cap here. Okay, much like this chap here from AC/DC. This is the only AC/DC album I've got, and this is High Voltage. Was this the first or the second one? It's 76, and this is a different cover, I think. Is this Oh, actually, it's a Spanish pressing, according to this. There you go. I just remembered something, actually. I had another hat here. Sorry, I had a record that was Christmas related to go with the hat. And I didn't... Oh. Ah, here it is. Yeah, got it. Right. Here's a, they might be Giant's Flood. And a guy in water, in a flood, in some leaking, oversized tin buckets and a wooden frame. And there he is on the back on a very basic looking boat with one pair of oars, and they both have hats on. So this must be the two Johns from They Might Be Giants. Great album. Right, next hat. Next hat is a is my Christmas hat, which I've occasionally worn. There we go. And here's a Christmas album, or sort of like Christmas related, I think. This is actually another Finnish album, and there's three. No, five. I think. Well, he's definitely. It might be Sami people, probably. And the first one has the traditional Sami dress and a hat on, and then the other four have sort of gone a bit more Russian-y kind of hats. Yes. So this is Christmas songs, I think. Is it? Or winter as well. Winter songs. Right. Yeah, how many have we got left? I haven't got many left. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. I've only got 4 left, and I've got 4 hats. Right, so this is my other acorn hat here, which is probably one of my favourite hats. And on this Voice of a Beehive album, we have some different headwear. We've got this lady here with a tiara. This lady here has just the old kind of tied, not a headband, is it? Well, just sort of something around her head. And this man here appears to have some flowers on his head in a kind of way. Anyway, so that's that. Next hat. Let's go with this little hat here. This is a sort of a hat, a kippah. So it's quite difficult to put it on and keep it on your head, actually. I think it should just about sit on there. Yeah, it might fall off. And this is lots of hats on here. This is Prince album, and what's it called? Is it Around the World in the? Yeah. So, no hat, no hat, no hat, no hat, no hats. And up in the top corner, there are 3 figures. Possibly some look like Prince. I'm not sure, and they all have a head covering. Now Prince, if I'm right, he was he was brought up Seventh-day Adventist, and he became a Mormon, or was it a Jehovah's Witness? Anyway, some of those, not necessarily in that order. And on the back we have 2 more hats. We have a lady there in a beret. Red beret, sorry, raspberry beret, I presume. And then there's a clown there, and he's sort of got a green pointed little party clown hat. Right, I'm going to have to hurry up because I'm going to sneeze in a minute. So take that one off. Football hat now, my Barcelona baseball cap. And we've got James laid, and there are 1, 2, 3 hats, and in their summer dresses. So here we've got somebody in a hat. They're all eating bananas, and there's Tim Booth. He has no hat. This guy has a beret. I've often thought about getting a beret. I'm not really that revolutionary though. This guy has a hat, not exactly a fez, but some sort of pillar box hat, would that be called? in a man's way. So that's James. 3 hats out of 6. And last of all, here's my 50p hat, sometimes worn to medieval festivals, and it keeps the sun off, and it was, well, there we go, that's the hat. And it's Meg from the White Stripes in a hat on the front. Well, it's a hat with, they're wearing the cottony, pearly king and queen kind of clothes, aren't they? And then on the back, they've both got hats on. And it's weird, isn't it? They did that, and then they did the other album, which I have got, where Jack's holding a cricket bat. So I don't know. I always just presumed that they recorded their stuff in America, but they obviously had a British fixation. And actually, this person at the back, I've never really noticed before. She has sort of a similar dark clothes on there. It looks like she has a hat on as well, or a hood, not quite sure. So congratulations to Midge. That's lots of hats, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.